This is not something you just come down here, jump in a car, and take off down. You have to understand how this salt works. It's like ice. It's like driving on ice.
It's so hot and it's so bright, you kind of get blinded.
It's like riding on glass. It's beautiful.
The fine line between control and not, there's nothing like it.
You're on ice and you start fighting the wheel of the car, you're going around.
This is a mecca of hot rodding and racing, and it's still grassroots. Anybody's willing to help you. We're all here to go fast, break records, and do our best.
Homebrew, all the guys that are out here really appreciate cars that are built at home. You don't go downtown and purchase a Bonneville car. You build it, or you take something you had and you change it and make it into a Bonneville car.
And we don't have the big dollar guys like in NASCAR and that type of stuff. And this is shop built, low budget, people scraping it together just to maybe get another mile an hour next year.
This is Popeye. It's an F-blown street roadster. It runs on the street, it's street legal. It road races, it drifts, it drag races. We kind of changed it a little bit and turned it into a land speed car.
Probably the coolest thing is that it's a family thing for us, and we get to come out here and play. And my dad and brother, it's their passion to set records and build cars, and I get to have fun driving, and they get to do most of the hard work. It's been about 2 or 3 years of chasing this record and battling some stability issues, and we're finally getting it dialed in, and we're so close. We're so excited.
First time I ride a motorcycle, maybe 10 years old. It was very small pocket bike, mini bike. Open the throttle and then it's going to the awesome speed. I'm freaking out, totally into it. So I couldn't stop since then. Breaking record is my dream, but most important thing is just for fun. Each time is different. This is not street, not going easy.
There's one record for everybody. There's one class for everybody. It doesn't distinguish between your gender. So I like that. I like being an equal. I like being treated as an equal, and I really feel like they do that here. The mechanical part is so challenging, especially because I picked an older bike. It's a 1967 Harley-Davidson Sprint made by Aramaki. I call it my little Italian Harley, which is just a rare bike, but I wanted to race in the 250 pushrod class, and there are just very few pushrod bikes. There are a lot of things that need to come together. This morning, I took the bike down and immediately started it up to warm it up. And it was really great, like, to hear that. It's always amazing to hear that bike come to life.
This is called a Twin Scout. It's got 2 Indian Scout motors, and in fact, they are 1940 military surplus that went to Germany for World War II. Everything you see here is hand fabricated by myself. The fact that these are true Indian flathead motors, you're looking at the world's fastest Indian right here. Last year we got 2 gas records, open class and streamline class, and now we're going for the remaining 2 in fuel class using our nitrous. There's only been 2 times that we didn't get a record because we blew it up twice. And the famous Don Vesco saying was, if you're not blowing up, you're not trying hard enough.
The worst part about this is not the heat. It's when you have to get into a double-layer racing suit and wait for 15 or 20 minutes strapped in that car for you to be given the signal to go through and make your run.
The pre-start, getting your driver ready, I think is a really unique time from my point of view. It's the time for the driver to really focus on what his job is, and then you have a team, and if a team works together, they get him all prepped. You get him dressed, you get him in, you get him settled down. And that's an important thing. You trusting these guys to get you prepared so you can focus on what you need to do.
Suddenly I got really nervous. It was like, okay, this is it. I'm going for a record. This is what I've been wanting to do for a very long time. The negative voices get in your head of, that's really dangerous. I found this quote by Bruce Lee that has been really inspiring. As you think, so shall you become. So whenever I'm feeling less than optimistic or courageous, I always think, okay, remember what Bruce Lee says, as you think, so shall you become.
Going through the run is all adrenaline. There's one thing to do. You steer the thing and mash the throttle to the floor. How quiet it is at the other end after you make your run. When you climb out of that car, it is just stone quiet, and it's a pretty magical time.
Yeah.
I always learn something new about myself, or about motorcycling, or about automobiles, or about building.
The thing about Bonneville and just land speed racing in general is the community. I mean, it's a really beautiful community. We're all kind of here doing the same thing. Everyone is inventing and solving problems. Everybody's trying to help and everybody's encouraging. And there's just this generosity that's really beautiful. Of course, I also love the mechanical challenge and the riding challenge and having it be such an historical event. And this year is the 70th annual Speedweek. I feel really proud to be a part of it.